with a great strong engagement in between the two pro players, this time from the South Korean scene as the spawning here on Curious Minds. So in the upper left, in the red, it is MARU, and his opponent spawning here in the lower right, in the blue, it is BYUN. Both of them playing Terran, as you can see, and as you can also see on the minimap, we see a very fast move out here by MARU this time. So this could be either a proxy barracks, or he might try to block the entrance here from the expansion point. And now let's just also see at the build order here from MARU. Supply depot should, however, be into barracks, into this location very likely. This one cleaning bot might drop here, might stop the production, but no, MARU really fast and actually bringing here another SCV into this point. So we have indeed a rush by MARU with 2 proxy barracks into this location. Let's check BYUN really quick, also going for his barracks into this location and gas. So he might try that Reaper rush. Actually, it's second double gas here for BYUN. Let's just check MARU really quick. He also has its refinery up, so it's either going to be mass Marines towards BYUN, or we might see some Reapers, and Reapers of course can't jump over this ledge here. So it's going to be a very interesting idea, given the fact that this position is very interesting into this location. It could be Reapers because Marines will actually have to walk all the way here forward. But yeah, let's just see what his plans are. He could actually add a bunker with this one SCV into this location and go for mass Marines, but no, it's actually one Reaper first. Now you can of course see in the upper left part the production type, just in case I'm missing something. So interesting strategy here by MARU. Is checking here the main with his scouting SCV and a double Reaper. Of course it is going to be, as we also see some other productions here, a second gas for MARU, his second supply depot. Let's see exactly if this is going to bring something here for MARU, as he's already pumping out those Reapers. One Reaper BYUN brings here forward, and now he sees finally that it is indeed going to be a rush for him. So already making his factory, it's almost done, so he very likely will have to transition into more mechanical build units. Perhaps a tank, perhaps a Hellion would be a wise decision by him. Let's check what exactly his options are. He already pulled some SCVs, so that's a nice thing here by MARU. He's losing one SCV. It's actually 2 Reapers now versus 1 Reaper, so MARU pretty much in control, just snapping one SCV after the other. 3 SCVs have already been fallen, and we finally have a Hellion here, and a second Reaper is also being spawned by BYUN. It looks like MARU pretty much is going to stop his harassment, or is he's actually going to use this barracks as a scouting device as he's shooting down this supply depot into this location. So BYUN very patiently waiting, even going for his second expansion, as he's also having a Hellion out, calling some mules. So BYUN looking like he has responded really well, but BYUN having so many Reapers, 4 of them, even landing this one barracks here. Nice micro here by both players, but it's very hard to out-micro those Hellions. Too much splash damage with that fire. So yeah, BYUN, it looks like did held this early harassment by MARU, and yeah, MARU pretty much has to retreat now towards his main. So yeah, the abusement has been held, the rush has been held really nicely here by BYUN with his Hellions, with his Reapers. And let's just check, he's actually going for a starport, so he should have a small advantage now for MARU. MARU goes for his expansion, his starport as well, so a timing advantage here for BYUN, but looks like MARU is not going to stop here. It's just bringing a little bit more those Reapers towards BYUN, and yeah, BYUN just has to stay back, just has to produce more and more, and even a Cyclone is being produced just to give more security. His expansion has been finished, so he's very likely going to land it really soon into his expansion point. 25 workers for MARU, 24 for BYUN. So nice early strategy by MARU, but in the end it has been nicely held off by BYUN, and MARU also landing this barracks here, of course, to buy himself some time, just to delay that expansion from BYUN here. So yeah, BYUN is going to hold, is going to his back. He might even be successful into killing this one barracks here. MARU with a little bit of a mistake landing this one barracks, so it's very likely he's going to lose this one barracks, and in the end BYUN taking his expansion. Let's just check, MARU is also taking his expansion right now. Pretty standard stuff with a early aggressive move by MARU, and MARU even going for his second expansion. Let's check if BYUN is also doing this, but no, he's actually going for some benches here. Well, let's see, actually Ravens, sorry. Yeah, both players do have some Cyclones, do have some Reapers. we're just going to be seeing what exactly the next units are going to be, as more and more ravens are being produced. Of course, ravens with those auto turrets really strong against those SCVs. So all of a sudden it has turned pretty much into a very defensive gameplay here by both players. Let's just see some Hellions. Cyclones are out, 2 Hellions here for MARU, 2 Reapers, as BYUN is just checking out the proximity. He might try to snipe some of the reinforcements here by BYUN as we're closing in at the 10-minute mark, slowly but steadily. So interesting strategy by both players. A nice hold by BYUN, and I believe things are now slowly but steadily going to turn into those tanks. So it's going to be really hard to penetrate the enemy, as more and more tanks will of course be spawned left and right. A nice location being found here by BYUN with his 2 tanks, a nice Raven as well, and he's now also going for his second expansion. The second expansion already been done here by MARU, and yes, things like I told you have settled a little bit down, as still MARU waits here with his units, but BYUN looking like he's going to intercept with his own units here towards MARU, and MARU knows this, of course. His cannon is moving forward, but he's now going to be pretty much surrounded, so he needs to be careful. A nice move here by BYUN, surrounding your units. MARU taking quite much damage, losing important units, and this could actually be a point for BYUN to move out to attack the first expansion point by MARU. Let's see if this is indeed going to be his decision. He keeps moving forward, producing more and more units, but yeah, those siege tanks on the high ground are really strong to fend off any attacks. So BYUN decides to just stop here to just secure the middle of the map and also secure his second expansion point. Let's check his main. He's actually going for more and more barracks, has 1 factory here. The same can be said for MARU, also 3 barracks, 1 factory and 1 starport. And yeah, let's just see what the next decisions are going to be, as I see some ravens actually move out here for MARU. So this is going to be pretty strong against the SCV line for BYUN, so BYUN needs to be very much careful. There are no turrets here into this location. He might take quite some damage against his economy. Team is also just started for both players, as are the other upgrades. And yeah, let's see, this is going to work out for MARU, as still those ravens haven't been intercepted, so this could be really good for MARU here. Lots and lots of energy. Let's just check how this is going to unfold, when exactly BYUN is going to react. Yes, the supply depot here, so he should be knowing that something is coming towards this area, and yes, nice reaction by him. The auto turrets have been casted, 3 of them, and he might cancel here stim, so nice job by him, but nice disables here, and now MARU is being pretty much chased away. He was managed to cancel the stim, so good job by him, but in the end losing those ravens, 2 of them, and 1 makes it out alive. And yeah, at the same time BYUN already producing from this location, so he's at 58 workers. His economy should be kicking strongly in really soon, as we see MARU also take here his second expansion point. So yeah, slowly but steadily, it is going to be the 10-minute mark. It's going to be quite a slower game because of those siege tanks in the high ground. Look at that, MARU securing the zone, and yeah, slowly but steadily BYUN is going to be just keep pushing forward, but he needs to be careful against those siege tanks. And yeah, it's siege tank versus siege tanks. The ravens disable the enemy, and the vulture even have dropped here, but remember, MARU has stim. BYUN tries to kite here back and forth. The tanks actually have been killed here by MARU, so MARU has to abandon this location. So BYUN looking to be more and more stronger here, sniping even 5 SCVs. Third is a 6-1 might be sniped here as well. But yeah, MARU having the high ground here versus BYUN. And yeah, you should be able to hold this location, but remember, in all of these times, all of the SCVs from MARU aren't really mining into this new location, so lots and lots of mining times being lost. The SCVs have been transferred into this location as they're mining here. Yeah, BYUN with a nice position here, securing the zone with those siege tanks. Just needs to be careful against those Vikings. Lots and lots of Vikings actually here for MARU, as BYUN just keeps kiting back and forward here. So soon we're going to pass the 10-minute mark. This time MARU playing he has to play it very defensively, as BYUN shows his presence here next to his expansion point. Let's see if MARU is going to try a pickup here and just to harass the expansion point by BYUN here, says BYUN not really having so many units back on to defend. Actually leaves those tanks here out pretty much exposed, so he needs to be careful leave some reinforcements in the back. Lots and lots of scans do go out as MARU has dropped here into this location. He might try to intercept some of the reinforcements. The Vikings are nicely kiting back and forth as the tank's already taking quite some damage, and yeah, in comes MARU with his marines. Team is up, is going to snipe some of those Vikings, but some marines are also here ready to defend. Yeah, the marines do deal quite some damage against the Vikings. One medivac has been sniped, and now BYUN is going to lose a couple of workers. At the same time, in comes his reinforcements, but those marines are nicely being microed by MARU. 13 workers have been killed here, so such a small task force by MARU being able to kill 17 SCVs. Really nicely done here by him. Still the tanks are in position for BYUN just to defend this low ground, and let's see if MARU is going to drop onto them. Yes, looks like he's going to land the Vikings. The first shots will take the Vikings, and he's just dropping over those marines towards those tanks. So important pickups here by MARU, killing all of those tanks. Really important units to be taking out. So MARU punishing the economy from BYUN. But if you look at the worker count, it's 60 workers for BYUN, 61 for MARU. So it's still anyone's game here. Nice Terran versus Terran we have here in between the two pro players, as BYUN also takes here his expansion point. So let's see. Once again, a defensive position by BYUN. Slowly but steadily MARU is moving forward. He has some liberators this time with some siege tanks. And yeah, he's looking of course to find a good position for his units. He has more and more medivacs. Actually BYUN not really going very heavily into those medivacs. Actually transitioning to some Vikings just to snipe those medivacs. So yeah, MARU just checking the water and now returning home just to secure of course his expansion points, and he's also taking this expansion point here into this location. So yeah, calling some mule. BYUN looking very nice into this location, even having a sensor tower, as slowly but steadily MARU did very likely scan this location. There is a planetary fortress here, so he might try to snipe it with some stimmed marines. Let's just see. Lots and lots of damage being taken by those marines, so he has to retreat. So yeah, BYUN might try to intercept, might try to go for a good flank. The marines are on the high ground, but yeah, MARU pretty much has to retreat now a little bit. As let's just check the unit composition here by BYUN. Yes, some tanks here, some Vikings, lots and lots of marines for both players. As it looks like BYUN is just going to be pushing more and more forward towards his enemy. And this is what I told you, those medivacs take quite some damage out of those Vikings. So nicely done here by BYUN, but at the same time so many marines have been lost here for both players. So still lots of medivacs here for MARU versus those Vikings from BYUN, as the reinforcements are also pouring in here for him. So we might once again see a strong engagement really soon. Lots and lots of infantry here for BYUN as he's moving forward towards MARU's base. He has a little bit of a high ground. He might take here MARU by supply, he might take his flank. The tanks are slowly but steadily sieging here forward. And yeah, damage already being dealt towards those tanks. So nice strategic gameplay here by both players. A very patient game. The Vikings will take some damage and the Marines will engage each other. Yeah, the weapons too have been completed here for MARU. In come those medivacs, dropping those Marines forward. But the tanks are the really damage dealers of course, but MARU losing those tanks though really nicely, and the tanks from BYUN here are not being touched. So very important pickups as MARU tries of course a surprise counter attack with his medivacs, with his marines, so income the liberators just to snipe some tanks. The Vikings are also nicely being kited back and forth by both players. This one tank already attacking the SCV line. There's lots and lots of SCVs will be damaged here. 9 kills already, and now even the command center is under attack. The marines are steaming here forward just to snipe the liberator. 10 SCVs already being killed versus MARU and BYUN going towards 81. MARU even has to come back with his marines now. He's pretty much going to commit with all of the units. He's going to be able to snipe so many, but in the end he has lost 23 workers. His army however looking much stronger against BYUN, so this should be his time to attack. And let's see, BYUN having some reinforcements in the back, some marines, some medivacs. Just one tank here, very much important tank, and one tank for MARU as well. So let's see how this is going to unfold. Already some damage being taken. Actually it's 2 tanks here for MARU and 3 for BYUN, but not all of them are being sieged up. So yeah, the area has been scanned, so MARU has to retreat a little bit, but like I told you, he's at 53 workers, BYUN at 81, so his economy looking really strong, and he did hold the counter attack from MARU. Now let's see what the next steps are going to be here by both players. Yeah, still MARU kiting back and forth, just regrouping, trying to find for a good position for his units. Tries to move forward here with some Marines just to check the water. And yeah, some Marines will fall, looking like MARU is feeling really confident. He has more supply. Him is going up, MARU retreating. His siege tanks are slowly but steadily sieging up, and no shots yet being fired. BYUN also having a good position here with his tanks. It's going to be a very strategic and close game here by both players. Let's see who is going to be attacking first, who's going to have the better position. Looks like BYUN is moving more and more slowly but steadily forward. MARU has to retreat, he has to siege up at a low ground. And when exactly those Vikings will be used to land, as the first shots are really important for those tanks. So they might try to split up their troops, but those tanks are a little bit exposed. The infantry is in the upper part. Let's see what those Vikings can do. There's just lots and lots of scans, so both players playing very safe, very strategic here towards each other. MARU tries to push here forward towards the expansion points. BYUN also steaming up to intercept really quickly here. And yeah, in come those Marines with the tanks. Let's see how should they be able to snap one command center, but no, those tanks on the low ground dealing so much damage against the units from MARU, so he has to retreat. Same time, the infantry here for BYUN nicely intercepting those tanks, so quick pickups here by him. Nice move by him, nice strategic move as he keeps just damaging more and more of these Marines, and now finally those tanks will get some good shots here versus the infantry from MARU. Let's see, MARU should be able to clear this, but no, BYUN is actually the one taking the game. Of course, MARU is dropped to 96 supply versus 180. The economy was way too strong. So MARU did realize this. BYUN taking game number 1. Let's just jump straight into game number 2. Back with game number 2, this time on 2000 atmospheres. So very interesting game number 1, but I believe MARU has lost the pace with that failed attempt, with that failed proxy barracks attempt with those Reapers. Did some damage in the end. It was a balanced game, of course, but yeah, that interception by BYUN with that infantry towards those tanks, taking out those important tanks, just brought him the victory, and his economy, of course, with those 80 workers. Now let's just see what exactly is going to happen in game number 2. Let's just see if there's going to be a different build order this time. I don't see MARU go out with his SCVs, as he's spawning here in the upper right part as the red Terran, and yeah, BYUN spawning here in the lower left as the blue Terran. So it looks like a standard build order by both of them. Barracks into gas, and the same can be said here for MARU, also barracks into gas. So let's just see if they're going to for the same unit composition. Let's just see if they're once again going to be going for some ravens, or some tanks for some infantry, even some liberators. Perhaps just going to be mass tanks for MARU this time, or even battle cruisers could be an interesting idea. Some ghosts will also be nice with some EMPs and with some nuclear launch. So yeah, 2000 atmosphere it is. We have passed the 1 minute mark. We should be, of course, having a very balanced and interesting game, just like in game number 1. This time a normal game, no proxy barracks for MARU. It's opening up pretty standard, just one scouting SCV here out, pretty normal, just to check the expansion point. And let's just see if it's going to be a difference in that build order. But no, we pretty much see the same build order. It's like a copy-paste build order for both players. You can check it, of course, in the upper left part, just in case I'm missing something. And BYUN goes for his factory. Let's check if MARU also, yes indeed, he's also going for his factory. So we might see barracks into factories and into starport for both players. Or it could also be a fast expansion build order as the SCV for MARU is going to retreat. So it's going to be very interesting to see if there's going to be a difference, like I told you, into the build order for the both players. So currently it's 1-0 for BYUN. Sadly the score has not been updated here, so yeah, let's just have a look what exactly is going to happen. MARU looking like he's going to secure his expansion point. Same can be said here for BYUN. He is preparing some minerals for that expansion. So yeah, the timing is just really important for both players. Both players having a very nice build order here as Terrans versus Terrans. So if you're a Terran facing another Terran, or even a Protoss or a Zerg, it's going to be a very nice game just to learn some build orders in Starcraft 2. So we also see a reactor. Let's just check if, yes indeed, BYUN also going for his reactor. Some Hellions are being produced. No starport, of course, yet, because they went into a fast expansion. So yeah, double gas for him. Same can be said for BYUN. Check, there should be a starport, and let's just check if BYUN, yes indeed, he has also going for his starport. So a very interesting game. Like I told you, both of them preparing their macro-oriented game. Just like in chess, they're preparing their pieces here towards each other, their strategies. And yeah, of course, it's going to be really interesting. And I believe in the end, once again, it's going to come out into a very strong push-up here by both players. So let's see what exactly is going to happen. More and more Marines are being produced. Stim should also be done. Very much important to have that stim. And actually BYUN swapping his starport with his factory, not having that barracks next to his reactor. And let's see if this is going to be a difference here. So now he's finally going for his reactor. There's a tech lab here and a tech lab into this starport. Let's see, he's actually going for a Banshee, so this could be a difference. We actually have a Vulture here for MARU, and yeah, BYUN deciding to go for a Banshee and a Cyclone. So this could be an early harassment by BYUN as he's calling down some mules. Let's see when exactly is he going to attack. Of course, MARU preparing some supply depots into those locations just to have more and more vision. The Cyclone is already out, just patrolling the map, and we also see the nice fishes here into this location. So nice glowing purple fishes into this beautiful map here, 2000 atmospheres. Yeah, let's see when exactly the Banshee is going to move out and attacking. In the meantime, MARU sadly for him losing some units. And yeah, the Banshee is slowly but steadily approaching here the expansion point for MARU. Let's see, is the second Banshee also being produced? No, it's just a Vulture. Some tanks are being produced, so the pretty standard stuff here by both players. Just a small difference as there is a Banshee in the air, and look at that, BYUN even feeling more and more confident as he's moving up, but there is a tank waiting here. There's a Vulture, a Raven in the air, and yeah, MARU should be able, of course, to hold. He needs to be careful against this one Banshee. He does have Vulture, sorry, Raven for detection. And yeah, it looks like he's just going to secure this location. He might try to snipe this one supply depot. The Cyclone is going to intercept. The units will fall. The supply depot has fallen. The Marine is still alive. And yeah, BYUN just checking the zone now. Very soon he might try to attack with Cloak, but the thing is he did not research that Cloak. And at the same time, in comes MARU with some units here, but if BYUN is going to, of course, hold this location really nicely. So yeah, another expansion is being produced here by him. BYUN still having lots and lots of detection here on the map, lots and lots of map presence here by him. But yeah, the tanks are really nicely defending here the location for MARU. And the faster expansion point out here by BYUN as he's moving out with his second command center, the command center for MARU just being produced here. And yeah, let's see, the Cyclone still on patrol. Let's see how many barracks does he have. 3. Two are more being produced. Lots and lots of Ravens, of course, just to disable those tanks on the ground. And yeah, BYUN just waits now, invites now MARU to attack. But of course, MARU playing very nicely, very defensively. Slowly but steadily, we're closing at the 10-minute mark. And yeah, it looks like nice interceptions here by those tanks, taking out some Marines, some Hellions. So MARU with that first kill as he's now going to secure his expansion as well. So both players playing really safe, very calculated, just like in game number 1. This time MARU not going for that proxy barracks attack. It's playing much more safer, much more macro oriented game here. And yeah, both players of course respecting each other, knowing themselves. And let's see what the next steps are going to be here. Of course, both players are waiting each other to attack. Still no battle cruisers, of course. I believe both of them will go really heavily once again into those Marines, into that infantry, into those tanks. Some Vikings are of course being produced. Let's see if BYUN has some medivacs, but yeah, no medivacs yet for him. Yeah, both players just pretty much into those Vikings. And let's see when exactly at the time, or when will they decide to move out, or who is going to decide to move out, what other units they will be adding. Currently I believe both of them are just waiting for that stim to be finished. And then more and more infantry and more, perhaps even more others will be added here, as we are still closing at the 10-minute mark. Still no major engagement. Of course, it's really hard to engage, especially when you're up against such a nice beeline that has been created here by MARU. And yeah, the same can be said here for BYUN. No, he's actually feeling confident to move out with his 5 tanks, with his infantry, with those Ravens. with those Vikings. He might try a double attack against the economy. Let's see if this is going to work out for him, as slowly but steadily he's moving out, and at the same time also taking this expansion into this point. So yeah, no medivacs for him, just sheer infantry with tanks. BYUN having a nice beeline, being forward, waiting here of course for his enemy, and he might even try to harass the middle line with those medivacs, as he should be able to take out those Marines. So let's see what those two medivacs will be doing, but currently he doesn't see the tank, so huge splash damage here against MARU. MARU has to pick up and just regroup really quick. So nice damage here by BYUN, very nicely done with those tanks. Really fast reaction by MARU as well, saving his infantry. So let's see what's going to happen now. Both players pretty much just approaching each other. MARU of course plays it very much defensively. BYUN has to move forward. Perhaps he's going to disable some of the tanks. Yes indeed, they have been hacked now, and yeah, lots and lots of auto turrets on the ground. Tanks will take care of that. Vikings attacking each other, so nice shot here by both of them. Lots of scan just to have vision against the tanks, and the Ravens also giving nice vision with those Vikings. And the first gas is about to fall. Some SCVs will fall here as well, 3 of them already. So nice job here by BYUN once again, being much more aggressive, much more present on the map. So interesting game indeed we have by both of them, as really soon we're going to be passing the 10-minute mark. So around the 8-minute mark, BYUN feeling really confident, but now he needs to be careful. So many Marines on the ground, some units have fallen, even this one engine flying there towards the camera. So yeah, nice job here by both players, as once again nicely microing those Vikings left and right. Yeah, how many tanks are being left here for BYUN? 3 of them. Much more tanks being left for MARU, as now BYUN feels like he's going to retreat a little bit here, just waiting for his reinforcements. The same can be said here for MARU. Army wise, BYUN having more army, and at the same time BYUN having more workers. So MARU perhaps a little bit behind, losing 3 workers up there as we've passed the 10-minute mark. So still anyone's game, of course, perhaps with a small advantage here for BYUN, as both of them have established their planetary fortress here. So let's see what exactly is going to happen. BYUN deciding to split his troops, securing this zone with those tanks, pushing here forward, having another group, attacking group. We might try to take MARU by surprise, because MARU is not that much mobile here with his units. He's expecting of course another attack, but now the scan goes out, he sees the army for BYUN. At the same time he's moving forward, but BYUN has already sieged up here, but the tanks will be taken out. So this could be a strong push here by MARU, but no, in the end he decides to play it more safe, as he's moving here forward towards BYUN. BYUN might try to intercept, but there's so many tanks on the ground. So yeah, very interesting stuff here by both players. Still anyone's game, like I told you, very strategic game, a very patient game by both of them. Still anyone could win this, of course. Let's just see what the next steps are going to be. Of course, lots and lots of scans do go out. Both players really want to know where exactly the enemy army is being located, or what exactly is going to happen. Nice scan this time by MARU, as he sees all of those tanks. At the same time, he might try to feel confident with his infantry. He might try to do a drop into this location, but there are so many command centers being built and another military fortress here, so might try to attack here. This could be a good position, not that much here to defend if he lands with some medivacs there, but no, the medivacs are actually retreating back home, so he's just stimming here up, just tries to intercept some units. At the same time, BYUN going for a flank, he might try to kill those Marines. But yeah, like I told you, a very patient game for both players here, as we see a flying Marine here. So yeah, let's see what's going to happen. BYUN just creating their beeline this time, even adding some turrets just to make it harder for those units to penetrate here forward. So lots and lots of tanks here for MARU. Same can be said of course for BYUN, who is almost being maxed out. And let's see if he's going to be once again the one attacking here. He has 4 tanks into this location. I believe he should have, of course, more tanks. More are coming. Lots and lots of tanks for MARU, as well, as he's going to take this location. At the same time, lots and lots of tanks in the back just to defend. So this time MARU feeling more confident to move out, as his army is 96 versus 107. And let's see where exactly the difference is going to be here. There's quite so many Vikings for BYUN, as he's now moving forward towards his enemy, towards MARU. MARU is taking this location. It's nicely hidden those tanks in the back. Sometimes some Marines will get here intercepted. So let's see what the next steps are going to be. More and more upgrades to gold. And yeah, nice splitting game here by BYUN. Having a tank here a little bit exposed. Let's see if it's going to be the one attacking really soon against BYUN, against MARU, sorry. MARU nicely splitting his tanks, of course, just to avoid more and more splash damage. Still kiting around with those medivacs. Let's see if BYUN has some medivacs. Indeed, he has 4 medivacs as he's establishing a small base here with a turret. Yeah, more and more turrets are following here, more and more tanks. Really many Vikings. How many Vikings does MARU have? There's also quite a strong number of Vikings and some Ravens as well, with some disabled. So the tank, the first tank has been hacked. Second tank, no, it's actually a seeker mine here with armor. So let's see. Those tanks have been shot. And yeah, another seeker mine. So seeker mine versus seeker mine. Lots and lots of disabled. Once again, those tanks will try to take out the other tanks, but the micro is really strong. The Vikings are nicely hitting back and forth, and perhaps BYUN with a small disadvantage here. No mistake microing those tanks forward. And yeah, really nice orange color we have here. They look very beautifully, a dark orange color here onto those units for MARU. Let's see, MARU feeling more and more confident. He's going to try to find a good position. He has only 3 tanks against so many tanks here by BYUN. But yeah, what's going to happen? We also see another seeker missile making those tanks actually looking more yellow here. So nice yellow color this time. Not orange color, but a yellow, beautiful yellow color. At the same time, the planetary fort is taking quite some damage out of those tanks. So yeah, let's see when exactly BYUN is going to decide to defend. Still, BYUN holding on, but he's losing SCV after SCV. So let's see for how long he should be able to hold his breath. He's going to try to attack with some Vikings land onto those siege tanks. More siege tanks all joining here, so BYUN is losing quite some money. And look at that, a nice move here forward by MARU with great disables against the tanks, and the infantry will take care of that. So yeah, where exactly is the main force for BYUN? Actually trying to come in from the back, he's trying to clear the way, and he's going for a counter-offensive. So lots and lots of tanks are immobile here for MARU. At the same time, we see a strong engagement here. Tanks versus tanks, Vikings versus Vikings. There's so many tanks as 2 SCVs have been lost here. Small infantry force here for MARU, but the real action is of course happening here. There's so many tanks here on the ground, taking care of the reinforcements for MARU. We have still lots and lots of tanks are joining up, but yeah, MARU continues just to keep here pushing forward. There's just one tank here to defend. Some Marines will come back to defend their tanks, and they're very interesting. At the same time, in comes BYUN from the back. Those tanks are very much exposed now here for MARU. He's going to lose quite all of them, and in the end he is however holding somehow. His tanks are sieged up, so they take quite some damage. A nice job here by MARU. In the end he's going to fall with to his units, but at the same time he held really well, as BYUN has fallen towards 60 supply now, and worker wise they're pretty much both at the same count. So let's see, in comes MARU with his Ravens, with his tanks. Is he going to be able to push forward? There's not that much infantry being left for him, but then again not that much army being left here for BYUN. Lots and lots of auto turrets, so massive amounts of Ravens looking really strong here. Nice disabled. So MARU showing us the strengths of that disabled, that hack. Those tanks have been hacked here. So yeah, let's see what's going to happen. More and more auto turrets looking really strong. 9 workers, 10 workers have been lost here by BYUN as he's losing more and more here. He might even try to land those Vikings towards this one tank. The background is here for BYUN, but those Vikings give vision. The Raven looking also really strong. And yeah, still MARU decides to play it safe. Decides to retreat a little bit, as he's also taking these expansion points. Just expanding really aggressively now all over the place and killing 80 SCVs. So yeah, 73 SCVs for BYUN, 85 for MARU, as MARU might try once again to push here forward. So with those Ravens just pretty much have brought him the advantage into this game. Let's see if he's going to continue just to push forward here. So let's see what's going to happen here. Not that many tanks nicely hidden here in the back. Some tanks are here for BYUN as well. 3 tanks versus 3 tanks, but yeah, look at that once again. The Ravens will take care of that. as they're nicely hacking those tanks. So it's 1-1. Sadly, I didn't find game number 3. I still hope you enjoyed this series, a very interesting series by both players. A nice show of strengths in the second game with those Ravens by MARU, in the end bringing him the victory here. So very interesting and a balanced game, of course, as it is Terran versus Terran. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the series. We'll be seeing, of course, in the next replays. This is Tommy signing out.